Chair, please. Now, the purpose of this meeting is actually to enable this representation to defend the bill on the floor in the coming 3 weeks when we resume session from January 13 to February 2, and hopefully be able to clarify certain questions. I've read the bill, all the versions of the bill, and we will be substituting the bill I filed with that filed by Senator Joel Villanueva, which is almost the same verbatim with the House version that was approved by the House a few months back. Can I clarify that this measure is being pushed by the DBM? Would that be correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So most questions will be addressed to you and or the Executive Secretary. If I may start, sir, why this bill? Why can you not do this using the relevant provision of the revised administrative code, which authorizes the President to abolish, create offices by executive fiat?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for this opportunity. Yes, because there are some laws or agencies created by law which cannot be touched by through executive or
Like
executive ordinances. Those that are created by law, sir.
Like what?
We have some agencies like the DP, like the Department of no, without any implying any kind of
Please, ano yung mga departments created by law?
yeah.
Housing is one.
Department of
Ano pa yung
Works and Housing. We also have Department of Agrarian Reform.
Created by law ba yun?
Yes, sir. It was deemed extended as well by law recently in the past.
Where is it
Congress.
stated in the revised administrative code that you cannot reorganize a department created by law? My understanding is that the administrative code is a law itself, because that was passed by virtue of the lawmaking powers of then President Corazon Aquino. That was within that period. Tama ba? The admin code is a law, which therefore delegated that power to the executive, which therefore begs the question if indeed there is that distinction between a department created by a law or a department merely created by the administrative code, because the admin code is also a law. Please, sir. Again, this is to help me answer questions. I'm not making it difficult for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure these questions will be thrown at me.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
These departments are created by laws, and therefore it should only be repealed or superseded by another law. And as far as the executive is concerned, we can only deactivate or render inactive these agencies.
Again, didn't the revised administrative code delegate that power? Can you check the relevant provision in the admin code that says that the president can abolish offices, transfer functions, etc., under the revised administrative code? Hindi sa tinatamad ako, baka hindi na lang kailangan kasi ito eh. Baka sapat na yun eh. Because if that is a law too, delegating to the president, and perhaps you can just amend that particular provision of the revised administrative code to make it clear. Pakihanap.
Mr. Chair, if you may, we prepared the salient features of a bill that we can present for 15 minutes.
Can you put it on the screen? No, he's like, when I was governor, I right-sized in my province. Ironically, DBM did not approve our budget to right-size the province up to today. Up to today, and yet we copied exactly your suggested separation benefits. But to this day, and I do not know, well, good, I'm not the governor anymore. I do not know why even you need to approve the budget of local government units when the money did not come from you. It is a matter of right. A matter of right belongs to the local government unit. Even if it's ERA, it's our entitlement. If we generated it from local sources, it's our money. But anyway, that's a totally different battle. You will not fight today, Isaac. But anyway, so I'm in favor of it. There's no question about it. I did it. We right-sized approximately 15% of our total positions We were able to hire more doctors, more nurses. We were able to outsource some functions, and we ended up saving money. So there's no question about it that I'm convinced about right sizing, just the legal nuances. What does the provision say? Can you give it to me? So anyway, while we're looking for that provision, my next question, sir, is the departments to be exempted under the version of the House and that of Senator Villanueva. Can you enumerate them for the record?
Yes, sir.
It is found in section 3, actually. 3 of Senator Villanueva. No, later to. 3, yes. Simula tayo sa first paragraph. You included all muna except GOCCs under the GCG. May I ask why?
Yes, sir, because they are covered by the GCG, sir.
So,
They are encouraged to also do their own rationalization program, sir.
may I ask GCG what GOCCs are under the GCG specifically? For the record again.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. So there are currently 119 GOCCs under the
119.
119 GOCCs currently under the Governance Commission. Mr.
Out
Chair.
of, what's the universe?
Total number of GOCCs in the national government, Mr. Chair. We don't
What's
have
the total number of GOCCs vis-a-vis GOCCs under GCG?
the GOCCs under GCG is 119, and I think the DBM would know how many GOCCs are within their jurisdiction, considering it's outside 10149.
We have 15 GOCCs under DBM's jurisdiction, Your Honor.
119 plus 15?
One
Are
five.
there any other GOCCs not under you? Again, my question is, what is the universe of GOCCs that the Philippine government has? May
Mr.
mga darling ha, dapat may nakakasagot niyan.
Mr. Chair, technically speaking, by definition of law, even local water districts are counted as chartered government corporations. They're numbering around 500 operational water districts. State universities and colleges as well, technically speaking and legally speaking, are government corporations, as well as research institutions and special economic zones, Mr. Chair.
No, so give me the universe. What's the universe? Someone should know. Someone should be keeping track, because if we're going to exclude GOCCs not under GCG, then we should know exactly what we're talking about. For example, you are excluding, or you're proposing to exclude DNR, MUPs, right? May I ask, who's the representative of the DND? Coast Guard or the military uniform personnel? May GOCC ba under you?
PAGC, which is set to expire
Right.
its mandate by March 3rd.
Pero meron.
PAGC. Meron, sir. Isa, sir.
O paano yun? O, paano yung under DND na GOCC?
Mr. Chair,
Under sa inyo, hindi?
yes, under sa amin, Mr. Chair. Philippine Aerospace Development Corporation.
But I need the universe. I need the universe of GOCCs to be able to check exactly what we are talking about when we say we will be covering GOCCs not under GCG.
Your Honor, currently we're still getting the data for local water districts, but our computation, including of GCGs, is 135 GOCCs.
Excluding
Not yet.
local water districts.
Yes, sir. We're getting the data for the how of the
In
exact
relation
number.
to state universities and colleges, do you consider them GOCCs? Who can answer that question? Are state universities and colleges considered GOCCs?
Sir, we do not consider
No.
state universities and colleges as GOCCs. We do not consider it. Opo.
Even if they have their own charter. So what distinguishes a state university or college from a local water district? They have their own board. They have their own charter. They're performing corporate functions, not only governmental functions. So, pareho silang walang shares of stock. Yung security ko, hindi ko pinapahirapan ng buhay mo. Kaya lang, ayoko lang pahirapan yung buhay ko pag ako tinanong. Mas maganda na ikaw yung nahihirapan kaysa ako, di ba? Kindly look into it. Kindly look into it. I won't belabor the point. Kindly look into it. Now, of the 119, sir, right? GOCCs, ilan na yung nag-right size doon? Ilan na yung inayos nyo which justifies your being exempted from the right sizing bill?
For the total count of GOCCs, Mr. Chair, that have been right-sized or reorganized by the GCG, around 40 to 50 GOCCs, Mr. Chair, out of the 119.
Kindly submit the exact numbers, sir, not a range. So,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
40, paano yung balanse? Assuming it's 40, out of the 119, you're talking 69 more. And then, sorry, 79 more. So, anong status ng 79? Because even at 50, that's less than a majority of the GOCCs under you since your creation. So, again,
Yes, Mr. Chair. We'll submit the number of GOCCs and the identified GOCCs that have been reorganized, Mr. Chair.
what's the reason why you haven't been able to do that right sizing for the remaining balance of roughly 60%? Again, you're being exempted eh. Why? If you haven't done it, why? O tinatamad lang ang DBM kaya kung kayo nagagawa, kayo na gumawa. So what makes you so special if you're not doing it anyway? How long has GCG been in existence?
The GCG was created in 2011, Mr. Chair.
So 14 years.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
For 14 years, you've done 30% of total.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
How long will it take for you to do the rest?
For other GOCCs, Mr. Chair, they're subject to other dispositive actions such as abolition, Mr. Chair. So some GOCCs no longer be reorganized but subject to other actions
Like
under
what?
1149. Abolition and privatization, Mr. Chair.
Like what?
So among the 119 GOCCs, that includes the CIIF companies, the Coco Levy companies, 14 holding companies, and 6 oil mills group, which under the Coco Levy Trust Fund law are subject to
Okay.
privatization upon determination of the Coco Levy Trust Fund Committee. There are other GOCCs.
Gano'ng katagal na rin yun?
That law was 2019, Mr. Chair. So under the Coco Levy Trust Fund Act, the national government and the committee has 5 years to determine whether or not these GOCCs would be subject to privatization or retained by the national government.
Nag-lapse na yung 5 years ng 2024.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ang gagawin natin? What do we do now? What if they don't close up?
And we'll submit the proper recommendation to the Office of the President, Mr. Chair.
Of the 119, ilan yung for abolition? So if you've done 50, I'm giving you the higher end of your estimate. Of the remaining 69, ilan ang for abolition?
So among the 59 remaining, Mr. Chair, the Philippine Aerospace
69.
Development, 69,
50, 69. Yeah, kung 50 kayo. 119 ka mo.
yes, Mr. Chair,
So may
59.
69 ka pa.
So 49 actually. The 20 GOCCs under the CIF, Mr. Chair, are subject to
20 yan.
20 for privatization, Mr. Chair. The Philippine Aerospace Development Corporation under the DND, the charter is set to expire by September of this year. There are other GOCCs that are being evaluated for abolition. This includes the
It's set to expire in 2025.
2025, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
this year. The Philippine PNOC Renewables Corporation is also being studied for this positive action abolition, Mr. Chair, among other GOCCs.
PISAM,
PISAM, Mr. Chair, there's a pending bill in Congress to extend the
we will
corporate
extend it
life.
for 5 years. Because if they haven't been able to do their job for the past 30 years or so, what assurance do we have that they'll be able to do it if you give them another 25 years? So we're giving them 5 years and that's it. To wind up basically their job of privatizing the assets of Napocor. Yun naman ang trabaho nila, di ba? I mean, Chair would like to acknowledge and recognize the presence of Senator Win Gatchalian. Thank you for your presence, sir. This is a consultative meeting which we made public. Happy New Year. Andito ka rin daw kahapon eh.
Nandito nga.
Ako rin. Sige, kindly give us a list and the status and reason so that I can justify why you're exempted.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Will comply.
Legislature is not covered, right, Yusagong? Constitutional commissions,
Are also not
namely CSC,
civil.
COMELEC, COA,
Ombudsman,
Ombudsman, at Commission on Human Rights.
constitutional commissions, LGUs also, sir.
Isa-isa natin.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sir, CHR po is not the Commission on Human Rights is not covered, sir. Is not excluded. Therefore,
Is not excluded.
yes, sir. The CHR is not considered as a
Ang
constituent.
dami na kasing version eh. Teka lang. Ombudsman, Judiciary. So all courts.
All courts, sir.
Pag may GOCC ba under the judiciary? Wala.
GOCC under GU.
Kindly check to
Parang
may
hindi,
GOCC under the excluded agencies.
Sir, we know that there's no GOCC
Good.
under the judiciary po.
Kindly check na rin sa lahat, ha?
Okay, sir. For this
And then you're also excluding teaching and teaching-related positions in elementary, secondary, TechVoc, state universities, colleges, non-chartered tertiary schools. So, now, DepEd was not mentioned. SHED was not mentioned. You're only referring to teaching and teaching-related positions. Do I take it that DepEd is included?
Yes.
SHED is included insofar as non-teaching items are concerned.
You are correct, Mr. Chair.
So when you say teaching and teaching-related positions, paano yung teacher na ginawang secretary ng supervisor? Ang dami nun, ha? Teacher na ginawang secretary, bodeguero, utusan ng supervisor.
They have
Kasi
to
wala namang non-teaching personnel lang DepEd eh. O konti lang eh.
yes,
Ano yun?
Mr. Chair, they have to look into the item or the plantilla of that of the employee, Mr. Chair. We know for a fact that some of them are doing multiple tasks in the school, but we look into their item or plantilla where they are employed po.
Shouldn't we also look at exactly what they're doing? Isn't that what right sizing is about? If that item is not being used by that person for the function he or she is supposed to perform, then shouldn't she be given that position instead of a teaching position? Kaya ang ganda ng student to teacher ratio mo eh, sa papel. Pero sa classroom ang pangit kasi hindi naman talaga nagtuturo yung mga yun eh. All principals hold teaching positions. About 90% of principals don't actually teach anymore. Kasi ang dami daw nilang ginagawa, ang daming kailangan gawin. Boss na raw sila ng mga teacher, ayaw na lang magturo. And yet they hold teaching positions, ha? So isn't that part of right sizing, looking at what they're doing, not only the position they're holding?
Yes, you're correct, Mr. Chair, that this is also a good opportunity for us to look into their mandates and the
So
actual
can we include that in the
job
bill?
functions.
Can we include that somewhere in the bill? Na hindi lang yung position o item niya, pero yung ginagawa niya talagang trabaho to find out if indeed the
particular
position
position.
needs to be created because, again, we're exempting MUP, military uniform personnel. We're exempting DepEd. I'll talk about the other agencies later. But the main problem between these two agencies, including the police, ang daming police na ang trabaho, hindi naman police. Ang daming sundalo na ang trabaho, hindi naman sundalo. Ang daming teacher na ang trabaho, hindi naman teacher. I'll give you an example, Yusek De Leon. Lahat ng bantay nyo sa kampo, sundalo. Dapat security guard yun eh. Hindi trabaho ng sundalo at trabaho ng security guard. The most attacked and threatened country in the world would be the United States of America, and yet all of their military bases are guarded by security guards sa gate. May military police sa loob. Di ba? Pero, so they're not performing the function of a soldier too. Yung driver ng mga general ninyo, sundalo. Di ba? Driver dapat yun. Ngayon, kung sa war zone yun, edi sige. Pero kung nasa Metro Manila naman kayo, siguro naman dapat, di ba, item ng driver? Yung secretary sa mga opisina ng DND, ng PNP, same. Sundalo at police. Mas mura ho ang sweldo ng secretary kaysa sa sundalo at police unless involved in national security. Edi sige. But again, it's an opportunity to do these things already. Para hindi sayang yung sweldo, di ba? Kaya tinataasan natin ang sweldo ng teacher, ng pulis at ng sundalo dahil pinagtatanggol nila yung bayan, pinagtatanggol yung kalayaan natin, tinetraining natin, binigyan natin ng barel, tapos tigataas ng barikada sa gate ng Camp Aguinaldo. Huwag naman, di ba? Again, it's about time we do that too. That you're exempted does not mean, we will include provisions here, that you're exempted does not mean you shouldn't look at your organization too. With a view to ensuring na yung sundalo, trabaho ng sundalo, hindi trabaho ng security guard at driver, yung trabaho ng pulis, hindi trabaho ng alalay o secretary sa anumang opisina. So, to clarify, CHED and DepEd pwedeng i-right size covered sila. Teaching positions lang.
Yes, sir. So that they can primarily do their task that was assigned to them.
State universities, hindi rin excluded? Except for teaching positions?
Teaching lang po, Mr. Chair.
Do you have the power to right size state universities? No, they have their own board, ah.
The SUCs po are subject to to the similar standards and staffing pattern that we
I
implement.
know, before a permanent item is created, then ganun din naman ng Congress, ganun din naman ng Senate eh. We cannot create an item unless you approve it eh. But my question is, do you have the power, with or without this law, to right size SUCs insofar as non-teaching items are concerned? Hindi ba dadaan sa board nila yun? Again, they're governed by a board. What if their board refuses?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, even if there's a board resolution passed by the respective board of the SUCs, if it's inconsistent with our standards,
I
we
agree
cannot
with you.
create it.
You're talking of the creation of new items. With right sizing, you're talking of the abolition of certain positions and offices. Can you impose your will on them, or does it not need to go through the respective boards of the SUCs? Di ba? Look into it. Again, I'm just telling you the difficulties we may be encountering with respect to the list you gave. Non-chartered tertiary schools, what are these? Can you give me an example of a non-chartered tertiary school?
Generate the list lang.
Kindly give me an example kasi kung walang example, tanggalin na natin yan. Ha? MUP in the DND, DILG, DOTR, and DNR. So what are we talking about here? The Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Philippine National Police, Philippine Coast Guard. Sinong uniform ng DNR?
Namria, Mr. Chair, there's
Alam mo, hanggang ngayon, hindi ko alam kung ba't uniform dyan, ha? Pero
Opo.
sige na.
Namria.
Hanggang ngayon talaga hindi ko alam kung bakit, ha? Pero sige. Senator Win, please feel free, ha? I'm trying to get information on the difficult sections that I can answer your questions. Or hopefully you can ask them already so that you won't ask me anymore. Sapat, so again, to clarify, DND itself, pwede. DILG itself, right, covered ng right sizing. DNR, covered ng right sizing. Hindi sila exempted. Only those personnel.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Again, we will insert the provision now without prejudice to ensuring that NAMRIA personnel, PNP personnel, and AFP personnel are indeed doing the functions, respectively, of a policeman, of a soldier, at ano bang ginagawa ng NAMRIA? Ba't siya naging uniform? Ano bang uniform ng NAMRIA?
Mr. Chair, based on the information that we have is that the Namria uniform personnel are the foresters. Yung mga duties
Not
po.
those doing the mapping.
Forest rangers po. Forest
Not those
rangers.
doing the mapping.
Not
So
yeah.
NAMRIA itself is covered. Ang excluded yung forest rangers. Ganun ba yan?
Correct. Yes, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. Chair.
If you say so. Sure ka dyan, ha? Yusek, ha? LGUs, hindi rin covered. Lahat. Province, city, municipality, barangay.
Yes, Mr. Chair. They are enjoined to
Encouraged.
also. Yes, sir.
But as I said, we did it in Sorsogon in 2020. Up to now, you haven't approved it 5 years after, ha?
Yeah.
Dinimanda na nga ako ng mga empleyado namin tinanggal kasi hindi namin mabayaran ng separation na pinangako namin under our ordinance, eh. And the case is still pending, by the way. Dun sa exempted agencies, unahin ko na DND, Yusek Andalian. Sir, what are your concerns, if any?
Your Honor, good morning. One of the concerns of the Department of National Defense is the DND proper in itself. Because of the evolving security challenges, we are in the process of transformation, Your Honor. And we are looking at the creation of additional offices based on the needs on the comprehensive archipelagic defense concept which we are now espousing. On the part of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, of course, the exemption would be very appropriate considering that it faces the evolving security challenges which are dynamic. And we all know for a fact that we are now transitioning to external defense. So the Armed Forces of the Philippines exemption from reduction would be most appropriate, Your Honor.
Yusek, right sizing does not only mean abolition or downsizing. It also includes the creation of new offices that are more needed, more necessary, more adaptable to the changing times. So your concern need not be a concern in regard to this bill because in fact, this bill may be the vehicle you can use to create those offices at the soonest possible time. And hopefully that can be done in coordination with the DBM.
Thank you very much. We shall submit as a matter of fact, Your Honor, we have submitted a proposed bill on the reorganization of the DND, which have already been submitted to both houses, Your Honor.
Sir, mas mabilis to eh. Consider it, ha? Baka mas mabilis to, ha? If we approve this bill and we authorize the President to so reorganize the executive branch, the creation of the offices you want to create can and will be done through or by executive fiat. Hindi na kailangan dumaan sa Kongreso.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Let's make sure also that we include that provision on the creation of offices, that power is delegated to the executive. Yusek, may sunset clause ba to?
For the proposed bill, sir, we did not.
No,
include
how long
that.
can the President or should the President do it?
There is an establishment of a CREB, Your
Oh, no.
Honor.
But-
Your Honor.
On
So,
both continuing na to? That's the intention? No, I'm asking.
We intend to have it in a continuing manner based on our consultations with different executive departments, sir, and with the Office of the Executive Secretary.
Patingin uli ng administrative code. Nasaan na? No, the provision of the administrative code is continuing, but you haven't used it. So, Section 31 of the revised administrative code, continuing authority of the President to reorganize his office. Office of the President proper, number 1. Number 2, transfer any function of the OP to any department or agency, as well as transfer functions to the OP from other agencies. Transfer an agency or office of President. Ito yung ginagamit niyang power para i-football yung NFA. O niya. Di ba? Minsan DA, minsan Okay. No, so continuing.